Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the Counter-Strike Source 2 update slash sequel slash beta slash whatever this entire thing is. I mean, I've been hearing so many conflicting rumors, reports, leaks, God only knows at this point, but obviously if you haven't heard, some pretty major news has hit the Counter-Strike community over the last few days, and it's news that I personally have been waiting on for years. This is likely the closest thing, if not an outright sequel, the closest thing to a sequel that we will be getting for Counter-Strike, and it could be coming literally any day now. So let's go ahead and talk about this entire situation. So obviously, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, also known as CSGO, has become one of the most popular games on the market in the last, 10 years or so since it's been out. The game is absolutely massive. In fact, even just a few weeks ago, it was hitting its peak concurrent all-time player counts pretty easily. I mean, this is a game that, even though, like I said, it's been out for, this will I think be its 11th year, the game has only continued to grow and grow in popularity and size. Now, there's a lot of different factors behind that, and even though those factors have been pretty much rumored and realistically should sensibly stay in the game with a major update or sequel, there's been a lot of worries about that. So let's go ahead and talk about everything that is basically being talked about in this new CSGO 2, CSGO Source 2 whole fiasco that's been hitting the internet. CSGO has had a handful of major updates over its decade-long history, but nothing akin to a true sequel. Over that time, the player count has grown year after year thanks to the strong core mechanics, popular esports scene, and a thriving digital economy of in-game items. For all those reasons, a sequel never seemed likely. Why would Valve release a new version of such a successful and still growing game? But nonetheless, when CSGO 2 executable files were found in a NVIDIA driver update, the rumors reached fever pitch. Now, a report from Richard Lewis has all but confirmed the release of a Counter-Strike 2 beta. But what exactly will CSGO 2 look like? Valve would be stupid to kill off the existing CSGO due to the millions if not billions of value held in the skin economy. The engine may be outdated, but players have practiced for thousands of hours to get good at it. There is a lot for Valve to consider. So basically, with all of this new CSGO 2 Source 2 talk, now what exactly are we talking here? Obviously, in the video game industry traditionally, when a game basically reaches a point where it's technologically outdated, the player count has dropped off significantly, maybe it's not as profitable as it used to be, most game studios cut with a game, and if it was successful enough, they're going to go ahead and put out the sequel. They're going to go ahead and put out a new product with new stuff to get people excited. But as we've seen over the last few years, some companies have minor tweaked this business model and have basically created a new way forward for game that we saw a lot with like MMOs and stuff in the 2000s and 2010s, but it's really starting to spread now that video games have become more of a live service product especially. And basically what they'll do is they'll completely overhaul or revamp a game and they'll just change the name. So like, for instance, Overwatch is the same game as Overwatch 1, but it was completely overhauled or whatever, so now they called it Overwatch 2. That's basically what people are saying is going to be happening with CSGO, so like basically a massive update to the Counter-Strike Global Offensive game that will essentially make it an entirely new game. It'll run on a new engine, it'll have some graphical improvements, some pretty major, matchmaking and server improvements such as 128 tick servers, and also like improved matchmaking in the background, things like that, right? So obviously with all of these huge updates and changes to the game, a lot of people would just consider it basically a new game. And it'd be the first time that CSGO has ran on the Source 2 engine that Valve has used for other games. The most obvious change for any new version of Counter-Strike would be an upgrade to the Source 2 engine. CSGO currently runs on the original Source engine, which, although updated over time, dates back as far as 2004. It's very unlikely that this will be a quote new game, rather it will simply be CSGO as we know it, but using the Source 2 engine. Think of it as a major update to the existing game. Source 2 is Valve's newest iteration of the engine, released in 2014, and is already in use for Dota 2, Artifact, Dota Underlords, and Half-Life Alyx. CSGO is yet to be upgraded to the Source 2 engine, and Valve has avoided any official confirmation that it will so far, but on March 5th, veteran esports journalist Richard Lewis reported that the Source 2 version of CSGO will release the same month and feature 128 tick servers and an improved matchmaking system. Now, honestly, as someone who plays CSGO and absolutely loves the game, I'm actually really excited for these changes. I haven't really seen a lot of negative feedback to these potential changes from people in the Counter-Strike community, but at the same time, you gotta remember, like, people have been used to this game the way it is for like a decade now, you know what I mean? And that means one of two things. Either people are gonna most likely be supportive of the changes. Personally, I am supportive of the changes, not because the game is getting stale or old, but because with an update like this, such a major push, there's so many new features and things added to the game that are going to make it better than the current version of CSGO. I mean, 128 tick servers, especially in competitive, is going to be a lot better than what we're dealing with currently in CSGO. And at the same time, there's the potential too that with these changes and everything in the Source 2 engine, that is a newer, more modern, more expand-uponable, if that's a word I can invent here, much more expand-uponable, I guess, than the Source 1 engine, because obviously it's much more recent. Even though it's still about a decade old to today's standards, Valve has been using it in modern games and doing very well with it, right? So they've got this down, they've used this engine enough, you know, they've got it built up to the point where it can probably handle a game like CSGO, right? And that sort of engine boost, right, works out extremely well in most video games because it just really only improves the scale of what you can do. So in a lot of ways, a switch on the engine might mean that CSGO content updates in the future will be larger and more robust. There'll be better content. People have been talking about this could lead to better community content, like better weapon skins and things like that down the road because they're not using old technology. Overall, there's realistically a lot of benefits to this in performance that I think a lot of people either don't know about or aren't excited enough about. Now, CSGO is already one of those games that it can pretty much run on anything. I mean, like at this point, my computer can run the game at like 450 FPS. But for a lot of people with weaker PCs and weaker machines, this might also be better because it might boost the optimization of the product as well. Now, of course, one of the major worries and concerns that I had when I first heard the news is what's going to happen to all of my CSGO skins? Obviously, the CSGO skin market economy is just so massive, man. I mean, there's just so many different skins being sold all the time, and skins have real world value in CSGO. You know, you can get an AK that costs you like 3 cents, or you can get an AK that costs you as much as $400,000. Yeah, that's right. You can legitimately spend a house worth of money on a CSGO skin. This creates millions upon millions upon millions of dollars in revenue for Valve every single year and has been an absolute staple of the CSGO community basically since they introduced the feature. But there is good news. Any sort of engine update or massive update to CSGO would not entail basically watching the skin market get reset or deleted or realistically anything negative. They will keep the same exact skin market most likely with all of the same features, bells, and whistles that we're used to and just expand upon that. No, CSGO skins, knives, stickers, and other in-game items would not be deleted. The CSGO economy is an incredibly important aspect of Valve's business model, and removing these items or not porting them over to a new version of the game would destroy millions of dollars of value as well as the trust of the players. It is estimated that around 30 million CSGO cases were opened in February 2023, representing incredible revenue every month for Valve. Players are inclined to open cases due to the potential value of the items inside. However, while Valve would certainly work to keep the skins economy intact, it is possible that Source 2 would allow skins creators greater creative freedom to create more intricate designs, textures, and pattern templates than currently possible. So realistically, it seems like any sort of major move for CSGO in this manner is going to be an absolute game changer. Better graphics, better performance, better optimization, better community created market content and skins in the game, better matchmaking, better servers to play on. Like, these are some pretty damn good changes. Like, these are some things that people can really start to look forward to, right? And at the same time that we're getting all of the news of this happening, man, like, we should also be, apparently, according to leaks, be preparing to imminently play a beta version of this Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike 2 is set to release in March 2023 with a beta, according to the Lewis report. At the latest, the beta will release on April 1st, not an April Fool's. On March 6th, when the new Dota 2 update went live on Steam, it included various CSGO strings 2 spotted through Steam database tracker SteamDB. Another CSGO update tracker on Twitter, Aquarius, recapped the update confirming what it means. CSGO Source 2 can be dropped any day now. It will be a free opt-in DLC that will be available to anyone who'd like to participate in in beta testing. It's real and it's happening. Now, personally, like I said, as a CSGO player, as somebody with a lot of money in skins and whatnot, I am actually pretty excited for this update. I mean, it looks like it can really only serve to benefit the game at this point. Valve is a very trustworthy developer. They've done a great job, in my opinion, with Counter-Strike over the years. It's been a very fun game to both watch and play, and I'm hoping that that continues because Counter-Strike is, at this point, probably my favorite FPS. I mean, I don't play Valorant, I don't really play COD, I don't play Halo, I don't play Battlefield. There's a lot of FPS games I just haven't really been playing a lot of recently, and Counter-Strike is one of those games that, you know, even if I'm just picking up like a deathmatch with some bots on a workshop map, I can still find a way to have at least a little bit of fun with it, and that's what's awesome about this. It's gonna finally give me something to kind of chill out and play a little bit, you know, this update here. So obviously I'm pretty excited for it. I hope you guys are also excited for it as well. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus talking about the CSGO Source 2 update and signing out.